Hey guys, welcome back to the Interceptor. We're here with another Alliance War video, and today is going to be the last war of Season 33, and ISO8A has matched up against PALO, so we know these guys are a very capable alliance. It does say Platinum 1 for them, but they were actually like 2 spots below us. So if they won this war, they would have actually ended in... Or sorry, no, they were 5 spots below us because we were 7th heading into this war, and they were in 12th. So they were 2 spots out of top 10, which means if they win, they get into top 10, and if we lose, we get out of top 10. We'd end either 11th or 12th, or technically we could end 9th or 10th, but that would depend on the right matchups winning. And so obviously both of us need to try, because whoever wins this war, they guarantee end in top 10. Whoever wins, either of us would stay in top 10, but if we lose, we don't know if we would fall out. So we have to try to win. And I actually got assigned to be on the same path with someone in Section 1 and Section 2, so we were doubling both paths. I'm going to take 3 of the 4 fights, and he's going to take 1 of them. But I'm using the absolute maximum boost. So I saw I didn't have any 15%. I knew I had a 20% boost, so we're going to use that. And I'm literally using the biggest boost that I possibly can, so I use my last 200% tech for my Warlock fights, and there we go. I'm using my 12% tech. I'm also going to throw on my SP3 resistance boost in the other category, and that's actually going to come into play because I am going to eat an L3 in one of these fights. So we have the team today of Warlock, Mags, and Magik, which is great because not only are Magik and Warlock the two of the champions I'm most comfortable with, but I actually died using Magik against the exact same fight that I'm taking this war. My officer was kind enough to let me take it again because he knew it was a massive fluke that I died to it, because I made one mistake at the wrong moment, and I forgot to boost, which is the main reason I died. But yeah, basically what we're doing here is we're just cycling L2s. Obviously, you cannot get reverberated, and he does not gain power from debuffs when he is armor broken. So we just intercept with that third L2, and that finishes off the fight there. About 40 seconds. That's pretty much how I want all these fights to go. This long shot on the second node, I'm also going to use Warlock for. So what I'm going to do at the beginning of the fight is I am going to get my infection before anything else. Now, before they change this node, Warlock would not have dealt with Longshot incredibly well. Like, he would have been okay. He wouldn't have been incredible. But we actually get really bad luck, and right off the start of the fight, our armor up gets nullified. So right there, the change that they made is that it's not like a burst of regeneration; it's an actual really long duration buff. So here, I was just baiting out a parry so that both of my armor breaks would stick, and it actually does so much damage that I'm able to parry, reparry, go straight into an L2, and the second L2 kills, which is awesome. Now, we did actually have to check if that person had willpower. It didn't end up affecting the fight because he pretty much had a regen buff the entire fight. I think he actually did have willpower, but again, it didn't matter. And now we go into the fight that just goes really, really wrong. It just goes really, really poorly, this fight. This is Domino on path 7, section 2, Spite Rise to Power. Now, this is a fight I've done with Warlock with my eyes closed many times. Like, if I were to pick one fight on the map that I've probably done the most with Warlock, it's probably this fight. And we go in with a special 1 boost. We actually have tested out what's better here, an invuln or a special 1 boost. It's actually much better to go in with a special 1 boost. So we get lucky on the first hit, of the first crossing of a bar of power, and she does not go lucky, but she does on the second one. And unfortunately, I don't see it fast enough, so I throw an entire L2 into her block. And what does that do? Makes her turtle up. I actually did dash out in time, but I'm going to eat this L3. If I had eaten that 6-hit combo right before the L3, I would be a lot lower than I am, but I'm still only down to 64%, and she's also lucky right now. So at this point, with almost no power left, because I got 0 power back from that L2, I am stuck in the corner, and I'm trying to recover. So we're gonna get lucky, or no, she gets lucky again here. So here I'm trying to make her not throw a special so that I can throw my own special. I'm going to throw it right here before she has a chance to hit the bar of power so she can't evade. I get back to an L2. I'm just going to fully block here, get her to go to the next bar of power, and I finish her with another L2. That's normally a fight that finishes in like 30 seconds if she throws at least one special. She just wasn't having it this war, and I'm also pretty certain that person didn't have willpower, which was a huge factor. So I had to wait for that guy to take the thing that we were doubling paths on. But I'm taking a moment right now to show you that I switched to Mystic Boosts, because last time I forgot, immediately after a Warlock fight actually, I forgot to switch to Mystic Boost. So I specifically recorded it right there. I also added a White Mag spree fight onto the Super Scroll. That was on node 51, the node immediately before. But I just didn't show the recording of that. But we are going in with another special 1 boost against a rank 3 6-star Mangog. And this fight goes perfectly. This is how that fight would have gone if I had A, remembered to boost, and B, not had my first power lock fail. It is okay to have some power locks fail. It's not the end of the world. The worst thing that you can have happen is have the first power lock fail. And unfortunately, that is what happened and led to my death. Because even without tech boost, this is a completely doable fight with Magik. So right here, unfortunately, Mangog gets the unstoppable and my power lock fell off. But what I did is I threw my L2 immediately out of my first hit, and that actually allowed me to prevent Mangog from crossing a bar of power. Therefore, he did not get his armor and combat power rate and all the stuff he gets in ability accuracy that he gets from Aspect of Evolution. There, I just backed off a bit. Got to throw this L2 before that armor up expires, or I would have gone to an L3. But this just shows how perfect of a counter Magik is to this fight. I mean, I definitely think that Spidey 2099 with the Anti-Venom synergy is better, but if you can't get the Anti-Venom synergy or your Spidey is not awakened, I would argue Magik is the best counter. However, if Spidey is A, Sig 200, and B, has Anti-Venom synergy, he is better, but only under both of those conditions. So that's actually all. So that was the second last, or sorry, the fight I took is the third last fight on the entire map. What am I doing here? Oh, I was backing out to make sure that the pre-fight was on, and it was. So that was the third last fight on the entire map. One of the other fights was in another battle group. Now, this, and then there was this Sasquatch boss. This war was insanely close. At this point, we were tied 6-6. They'd already cleared all their fights. We had a time advantage. So all we had to do was solo our last 15 or so fights without dying. And that was our 148th fight that I took down. Another guy in another battle group had the boss down, and he was just clearing a diversity fight, so we got that one done. And our last fight of the season was rank 3 Torch with pre-fight against rank 4 Sasquatch. Now, originally when assignments came out, I was given this Sasquatch boss with Spidey 2099, but unfortunately that plan had to be changed because we needed White Magneto pre-fights, and whoever was like counting them miscounted originally. But yeah, we have sorry, he had the boss, and he had Mr. Fantastic pre-fights on. I believe he had all he had Suppression and he had Petrify. He had a White Mags pre-fight and he had a Flame on pre-fight for Torch on there that he placed the Flame on for Torch. So he did end up soloing, which is awesome because that was the very last fight of our season. And that last fight, the last fight of our entire season in our alliance, clutched us top 10. So I believe we finished in 5th or 6th. I don't know. It was something like 5, 6, or 7. Something like that. I don't know. We finished with a record of 9-3, which I'd say is pretty good. Now, I think we deserved 11 wins because, of course, two of our wins were taken away from us due to disconnects. But I mean, that's something that that disadvantages everyone all across the board. It's not like a thing exclusive to us. It just so happens that in those wars, we only lost because of the disconnects. Like, had those disconnects not occurred, we would have in one war tied, and we were way ahead on attacker kills, and then the other one we lost by 1, and we were way ahead in attacker kills. So that less death would have. Or sorry, no, we tied it and lost on attacker fight time, which is what I meant to say earlier. But we would have won by 1 war, won by 1 death. That was against DSVG, I think. Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with how we did, and I'm excited to head into next season, especially with us finishing with 2 rather good wars at the end of the season. Our back half was definitely better than our start to the season, but we did get a lot of tougher matchups, so we had a lot of close wars. And I just want to say that I actually made a mistake in the last war. I recorded the video about For Loki. I actually didn't know that they were having a really, really good season. Apparently they had they had a war this season where they had 1 death. They had another with 2, and I think they said that this was their second only 4 against us, so I apologize. I didn't mean anything against For Loki. Like, I love you guys, and I think you're a very capable alliance. It's just I genuinely didn't know. So I just wanted to say that. Lizer commented on my video, and I just made a nice reply like, oh, I'm sorry about that. I had no idea. Well done. So yeah, that is going to be it for this one. Like I said, 9-3 was our record. My death total was 3. I don't even think I played that badly this season. I think that I played on pace for like one of my 0 death or 1 death seasons, but I just got either unlucky, or in the case of 1 death, that was completely caused by me forgetting to boost. Like, it's very obvious that you can see in that fight that I know the matchup, and that had I remembered to boost, I would have done that fight and ended with 90%, because it's the same fight that I took this war and ended with 90%. But our PSR is 67 out of 70, so I did actually take more fights than last season. So I was pretty happy with that, and I think I got... It was either 2 or 3 bosses. I had all of my bosses this season in the first half of the season, so I don't remember if I had 2 or 3. I think it was 3 for some reason, but it might have been 2. I honestly don't remember. No, it was 3. Yeah, it was 3, because I had 2 unduped Nimrod bosses, and then the third one was a rank 4 duped. Yes, okay, so it was 3 bosses I took. But my deathless streak is at 4, because it's just the 4 fights from this season, or from this war, because I died in the last war. So that is actually all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the reward openings, which I hope will come out like a day after this. The rewards will already have come out before this video goes live, because this video, I typically like to post my war videos at 8 a.m. EST the day after the war ends. But depends when I upload it. I might upload it the night of, I might upload it the following morning. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.